two energies, intertwined yet distinct, swirling in an eternal dance of push and pull. This is the essence of the twin flame journey, a sacred union of divine feminine and divine masculine energies. But what happens when this dance becomes too intense, too overwhelming for one partner? Let's dive deep into the mystical waters of twin flame dynamics and explore how the radiant power of the divine feminine can sometimes be too much for the divine masculine to bear. Let's unravel the mystery behind this cosmic overwhelm, shall we? When you gaze into this mirror, what do you see? Perhaps you glimpse shadows you've long tried to ignore, or radiant potential you've been too afraid to claim. The divine feminine, in her infinite wisdom and compassion, holds up this mirror unflinchingly, challenging the divine masculine to see himself in his entirety. The divine masculine may find himself face to face with aspects of his being he's long buried or ignored. This sudden revelation can be jarring, even terrifying. It's as if every insecurity, every fear, every unfulfilled dream is suddenly laid bare. The divine masculine might feel exposed, vulnerable, overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of what he sees in this cosmic mirror. This mirror doesn't just show what is, it shows what could be. The divine feminine reflects back the divine masculine's highest potential, his truest self. This vision of greatness can be overwhelming in its own right. It's like being shown a map to a treasure you've always dreamed of, but realizing the journey there is fraught with challenges and unknowns. The pressure to live up to this potential, to become this idealized version of himself, can feel crushing. The masculine might worry, what if I can't become that person? What if I fail? What if I'm not worthy of that greatness? In the face of this intense reflection, the divine masculine might choose to retreat rather than confront these newly discovered parts of himself. It's a natural response. When the light is too bright, we often close our eyes or turn away. But in doing so, we miss the beauty that the light illuminates. Remember that this mirror reflection, as overwhelming as it may be, is a gift. The divine feminine isn't holding up this mirror to judge or criticize, but to love and nurture the divine masculine into his fullest expression. So, if you find yourself overwhelmed by what you see in this cosmic mirror, remind yourself that you are seeing both your shadows and your light, and both are equally valuable parts of your journey. For in accepting all parts of yourself, you take the first step towards true union, both within yourself and with your divine counterpart. Picture yourself peacefully floating in a calm sea, the gentle lapping of waves lulling you into a sense of tranquility. Suddenly, without warning, a massive wave of spiritual awakening crashes over you, submerging you in a tsunami of consciousness. This is often how the divine masculine feels in the presence of the divine feminine's transformative energy. The divine feminine acts as a cosmic catalyst, triggering a spiritual awakening that can feel like a tidal wave of awareness, insight, and transformation. This isn't just about feeling more spiritual or having a few mystical experiences. No, this is a fundamental shift in perception, a complete rewriting of one's entire worldview. Imagine, if you will, that you've lived your entire life in a small, windowless room. You've grown accustomed to the limitations, the predictability, the safety of your confined space. Then, in an instant, the walls dissolve, revealing a vast, infinite universe stretching out in all directions. The sheer magnitude of what you now perceive is overwhelming, disorienting, even terrifying. This is akin to what the divine masculine experiences in the throes of this spiritual awakening. It's like Neo taking the red pill in The Matrix. Suddenly, everything you thought you knew is called into question. The veil of illusion is lifted, and reality as you've known it crumbles away. This awakening often brings with it a heightened sensitivity to energy, emotions, and the interconnectedness of all things. The divine masculine might suddenly find himself feeling the pain of the world, sensing the emotions of others, or experiencing intense synchronicities. It's like gaining a new set of senses overnight, beautiful but potentially overwhelming. Moreover, this spiritual tsunami often washes away old beliefs, habits, and ways of being that no longer serve. While this clearing is ultimately healing, it can feel like losing parts of yourself. The divine masculine might feel like he's being stripped bare, left vulnerable and exposed in the face of this new awareness. As the poet Rumi said, "Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself." This wisdom, this call to inner transformation, can feel like both a blessing and a burden. The divine masculine might feel the weight of responsibility that comes with this new awareness, the pressure to align his life with these higher truths. In the face of this spiritual tsunami, the divine masculine might feel the urge to run, to seek the safety of the familiar shore. It's a natural response to feeling overwhelmed. We often seek to return to what we know, even if it no longer serves us. But remember that this spiritual awakening, as overwhelming as it may be, is a profound gift. It's an invitation to expand beyond the limitations of the ego, to connect with the vast, loving universe that surrounds us. The divine feminine isn't triggering this awakening to destabilize the divine masculine, but to guide him towards his highest evolution. The divine feminine's capacity for deep, unconditional love can be utterly terrifying for the divine masculine, who may have learned to equate vulnerability with danger. It's like being asked to jump off a cliff with the promise that you'll fly. It requires immense trust and courage, especially when past experiences may have taught you that falling hurts. The divine masculine may have spent years, perhaps lifetimes, building impenetrable walls around his heart. These walls served a purpose. They protected him from pain, from rejection, from the sting of disappointment. But now, in the presence of the divine feminine's love, these walls begin to crumble. It's as if the divine feminine holds a key that unlocks every door in this fortress. Gently but persistently, it's making her way to the most guarded chambers of the divine masculine's heart. This can feel like an invasion, a threat to the divine masculine's sense of safety and control. Suddenly, the divine masculine is faced with all the pain he's been avoiding, all the emotions he's been suppressing. It's like opening a dam. The rush of feelings can feel like drowning to someone who's used to keeping everything tightly controlled. Moreover, the depth of connection in a twin flame relationship can be startling. It's a soul-deep recognition that goes beyond the physical and emotional. This level of intimacy can feel like a loss of self to the divine masculine, who may fear being engulfed or losing his identity in the intensity of the connection. Past hurts and disappointments often play a significant role in this fear of vulnerability. If the divine masculine has experienced betrayal, abandonment, or heartbreak in the past, opening up to the divine feminine can feel like willingly walking into a trap. The divine masculine might also grapple with feelings of unworthiness. The unconditional nature of the divine feminine's love can be hard to accept if you don't believe you deserve it. It's like being offered a priceless gift and fearing that you'll inevitably break or lose it. In the face of this overwhelming vulnerability, the divine masculine might choose to run. It's a protective instinct. When we feel threatened, we seek safety. But in running from this deep connection, the masculine is also running from the profound healing and growth it offers. So, if you find yourself feeling exposed and vulnerable in the face of deep love, remind yourself that your heart, in its openness, is not weak. It is immensely strong. Your heart is not a fortress to be defended, but a garden to be tended. And in the nurturing presence of the divine feminine's love, this garden can bloom in ways you never imagined possible. Imagine standing at a cosmic crossroads, dear seeker. Before you stretch two paths, one leading to familiar comfort, well-worn and predictable, the other winding towards unknown adventures, shrouded in mist but shimmering with potential. This, in essence, is what the divine feminine often represents for the masculine, a pivotal point of choice between the known and the unknown, between stagnation and evolution. The call of the divine feminine is not just a call to love, but a call to grow, to transform, to become. This vision of potential can be both exhilarating and terrifying. Think of it like being asked to repaint your entire house when you were just planning to touch up a few spots. The scope of change can feel daunting and overwhelming. The masculine might find himself questioning every aspect of his life, his career, his relationships, his beliefs, his goals. It's a complete paradigm shift, a total reevaluation of what truly matters. Consider the butterfly. In its cocoon, it completely liquefies before reforming into its winged self. The divine masculine might fear this liquefaction, this complete dissolution of the self he knows. What if he doesn't recognize himself at the end of this journey? What if he loses everything he's worked so hard to build? The pressures to evolve quickly can be intense. It's as if the divine feminine's presence accelerates the divine masculine's growth process, bringing him face to face with aspects of himself he's long ignored or suppressed. This rapid growth can feel like growing pains of the soul, necessary but uncomfortable. Moreover, this evolution often requires letting go of old patterns, beliefs, and sometimes even relationships that no longer serve the higher purpose. It's like being asked to clean out your spiritual closet, discarding items you've long held onto for comfort or familiarity. This process of letting go can feel like a series of small deaths, each one necessary but painful. The divine masculine might worry about how embracing this evolution will impact his current life. Will he have to leave behind everything he's built? Will his friends and family understand this transformation? There's a fear of disappointing others, or of being misunderstood in this process of becoming. In the face of this overwhelming call to evolution, the divine masculine might feel the urge to run, to retreat to the safety of the known. It's a natural response to fear. We often seek to return to what we know, even if it no longer serves our highest good. But remember, as Joseph Campbell wisely said, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." The divine feminine invites the masculine into this cave of transformation, not to diminish him, but to help him claim his true power and potential. So, if you find yourself standing at this cosmic crossroads, feeling the weight of impending change, remember that evolution, while sometimes uncomfortable, is the nature of the soul. Your life is not a fixed destination, but a continual process of becoming. And in the nurturing presence of the divine feminine's love, this becoming can unfold in ways more beautiful and profound than you ever imagined possible. If the divine masculine isn't firmly grounded in his own energy, he might feel like he's drowning in this sea of the divine feminine's emotions and energy. It's like trying to stay afloat in a stormy ocean without a life jacket, exhausting and overwhelming. The sheer intensity of the energetic connection can leave the divine masculine feeling unbalanced, anxious, or even lost within the swirling currents of shared consciousness. As the spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle says, to know yourself as the being underneath the thinker, the stillness underneath the mental noise, the love and joy underneath the pain, is freedom, salvation, enlightenment. But for the divine masculine, finding this stillness amidst the intense, energetic exchange can be a monumental challenge. This energetic overwhelm can manifest in various ways. The divine masculine might experience sudden mood swings, inexplicable anxiety, or a feeling of being emotionally flooded. It's as if the boundaries between self and other become blurred, making it difficult to distinguish between his own emotions and those of his divine feminine counterpart. The intensity of this energetic connection can also bring up unresolved emotional issues and past traumas for healing. The masculine might find himself confronting deep-seated fears, insecurities, and pain that he's long buried or ignored. In the face of this energetic onslaught, the masculine might feel the urge to withdraw or run. It's a natural response to feeling energetically overwhelmed. We often seek to create distance when we feel our personal boundaries are being breached, even if that breach is coming from a place of love and connection. But remember, as Pema Chodron beautifully put it, you are the sky. Everything else, it's just the weather. The divine masculine is learning to be the sky, vast enough to hold all weather without being swept away by it. This is the essence of energetic mastery, not to shut out the divine feminine's energy, but to expand one's capacity to hold and harmonize with it. So, if you find yourself feeling energetically overwhelmed in your twin flame journey, ground yourself in your own being. Remember that you're not just a recipient of energy, but a co-creator in this cosmic dance. Your task is not to stem the flow of this powerful energy, but to learn to surf its waves with grace and balance. In doing so, you open yourself to experiencing the true magic of the twin flame connection, a union not just of hearts and minds, but of souls. but of spirits dancing in perfect cosmic harmony. As we conclude our journey through the labyrinth of twin flame dynamics, remember this: the overwhelm experienced by the divine masculine is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to the transformative power of divine love. Like a caterpillar resisting the cocoon, the divine masculine may initially retreat from the intensity of the divine feminine's presence. But this retreat is not an end, but a pause, a gathering of strength before the magnificent metamorphosis that awaits. In the grand symphony of the universe, both the divine feminine and divine masculine play crucial roles. Their dance, though sometimes challenging, is a sacred journey towards wholeness, union, and divine love.